If you're a business owner and you want to make videos with your iPhone, you're going to want to watch this to learn the proper settings for your phone. What you want to do is you want to go into Settings. Then you want to find Camera. On the camera side, start at the very top here at Record Video. Most of the time, the setting on your phone will likely be one of these 1080p settings here, or 720. What you want to do is you want to select at least 4K at 24 frames per second or 4K at 30 frames per second. This will make your videos look the best and also look very smooth and professional. So personally, I like to use 24 frames per second because that is the film industry standard, but 30 frames per second will also work. None of these other things you need to worry about except for this here, enhanced stabilization. Make sure that that is turned on so that when you are shooting your videos with your hands, it'll be stable. The other thing you want to do is you want to leave off the other things here. So all this you can just leave just as you see on screen. The next thing you want to do is if you decide you want to record slow motion, I recommend using 1080 at 120 frames per second instead of the 240. This will make the slow motion slower, but this is already slow enough. You don't need to worry about it. The quality is also better at 120 frames per second. The next thing you want to do is the cinematic mode here. So record cinematic. It's the same as what I chose for the regular video files. And you can see here how big the files are. So this is really handy if you're not sure how big the files are. You can see that at 24 frames per second, the file sizes are slightly smaller, which is also helpful too. You're not losing anything in terms of quality. Format, you want to make sure that it's on high efficiency. This will reduce the file sizes. You can also set your controls here for your photos, your quality for your photos, but it's not really necessary. You can just leave these as you see them here on screen. Preserve settings, if you want to do that, have camera mode. That means that when you use video and you turn off the phone and then you turn back on the phone and go to the camera, video mode will be selected again. You can leave the rest of this off. Portrait zoom, these things, you can leave all these things. I like live photo for photos. You don't need to worry about that for video. And then of course, everything else you see here, this is really just for your photo settings. But of course, this record stereo sound is a setting that I leave on. It sounds okay, I don't mind it, but you can leave that. The next setting that is really important is grid and level. Currently they are off. Typically I have these on. If I have them off, I'll show you what happens. So if I go into my camera, you'll see that there's nothing on the screen here, completely blank. So you don't know if it is straight, if you're level. That's why you want to select grid and level. When you select grid and level, you'll now see that there are lines across the screen. So these will help you when you are trying to frame something to make sure it's straight. You can use these as a guide. And then for the level marker, you'll actually see the lines there. You see that little level thing on the middle there? That's what we are looking at. Okay, that's what the level is. So once it is yellow like that, it disappears. You'll know that you're level. If you move it, you'll see that it's skewed a little bit, but that's what that is for. Really super handy. One other thing that I would suggest is not having this mirror front camera set up. Because what will happen is if you have this mirror front camera set up, everything will be reversed when you use the front camera, the selfie camera. Okay, the other thing you want to do here is for the main camera, you want to keep this set at the default. So that is the best quality as well. So you want to make sure you have it set at default. And if you want to know how to be good on camera, check out this video here.